back at the range, everybody. Today's going to be a fun one. There's some 308s out here, okay, some big boy guns. We have my AR10. This is a Bear Creek AR10, and Springfield Armory's M1A, okay? And this is the loaded one. It's got the heavy barrel, the match barrel, trigger, and sights. So we're going to see kind of which one you would choose nowadays comparatively. Would you still go with the OG, your granddad's battle rifle, or what's pretty prevalent these days, most people, if they haven't, 308 rifle, it's an AR10. So let's get into it. We're going to do some shooting at 100 yards on some paper targets to see what kind of groupies we can get, and then we have a steel target at 150 yards. It is really windy, and you can probably hear it on the video. Sorry if it's coming out real windy, but the wind's coming at us for the most part, so it shouldn't really affect our rounds too much, especially this close. So either way, let's get into it. First up, we have the Springfield Armory M1A. We got some of this in there. This is 150 grain Fiocchi flannel jacket, and it's the target's it's a pretty much a foot by a foot sized black square, which is not the best target for just aiming down iron sights. I don't know, we'll give it a shot. I'm just gonna try to aim consistently in the same spot and see if I can't get a decent grouping. Okay, so that sounded good. Let's see where these iron sights are at. I haven't touched them. It's kind of hard to focus on this target with all black iron sights. It's kind of hard to focus on like the center where the orange is. I try to put 3 centermost as possible. I might have to do a closer target with different contrast just to see that I can get a decent gripping with this thing. There's 3 shots. Actually, very manageable. So, oh. That sounds good. And to make it a somewhat fair comparison, the other one does have an optic on it. It has a scope. So I'm just going to leave that one on the lowest magnification. But yeah, let's go check out, see what those 3 rounds did. Alright, so this is at 100 yards with the iron sights, the M1A. And you can see we got 2 pretty close up here and then 1 flyer. So I don't know if I just yanked that one or maybe aim different. That front sight post, like imagine my hand is it, that's about how big it looks on this thing. And that far away you can't really see, at least with the naked eye, the orange. So I'm kind of, you know, if you aim small, miss small, it's kind of hard to aim small with iron sights. But no matter what, I could still hit. I mean, all 3 still went within a hand at 100. Not too bad. I think I probably pulled that one. So there's your 3-shot group with the M1, the M1A. Now let's try my AR10 at this top target up here. All right, now same ammo out of the AR10, my Bear Creek. So let's see what we can do with this thing. Down to the lowest zoom, which is 4. Yeah, still much clearer sight picture, of course, through an optic. So the only thing that really gives us an edge, I do have a Geisley G2S trigger in it. It's a 2-stage, really nice trigger, predictable. That does have the match trigger in it though, and honestly it's a pretty close comparison. It does have a really nice trigger. So let's see. Really the upper hand with this is the scope, of course. I could have put iron sights on this for a comparison. I didn't think about that before I came out here, but this is what we got. So let's try it out. I feel like this has more kick than the M1, which is not what I would have anticipated. There's our 3 shots. Let's see if I could see it. Yeah, much closer to the center. All right, well, let's take a look. I do also have some Federal Premium and some Aguila ammo that we could try out as well, and see if that changes the group up any. I know Federal Premium usually works very good for me, whatever I put it through for the most part. I have a 6.5 Creedmoor that I use Federal Premium, 308s, pretty good. This, by the way, didn't come like this. I did this paint job. I think it looks cool. So let's check out that group. So here we go with the AR10 3-shot group. I'd say it's, let's see, damn near, like barely, maybe half an inch closer. It's centered more on where I was wanting, so I could still get within a hand, but it's definitely no 1MOA rifle. It's a Bear Creek, and I think total, so you get the upper and lower shipped for $500 around there, something like that. So I was expecting a little better, but now that I think about it, you know, I don't think it's advertised as a 1MOA rifle. This probably would definitely do much better with iron sight or optic, and I do want to try some more the Federal Premium ammo through it too. Now we're trying the Federal Premiums. I don't know if these might help at all. Those groupings are not the best, but I'd still be able to get a headshot if I needed to at 100. Definitely a man-sized target, much further than that. So let's try some Federal Premium, see if that helps at all. So I'm gonna go a bit closer with this scope. Let's see if that helps at all. All right, 3-shot group. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna let it sit for a second. Could have been a light primer strike. If you think it's cycled and you hit or you pull the trigger and nothing happens, let it sit because it might go off. Give it about 10 seconds. Keep it pointed in a safe direction. Okay, so it didn't chamber this one. Okay, so I extracted the other one. Let's see. Looks like it's chambering fine now. Not sure what that was about. Well, let's try it again. All right. Last shot. I think that was a much better group. So let's just switch right over to the M1A, put 3 downrange, and then we'll go take a look. So now we're loading up with our Federal Premiums. And we're gonna see if this helps. Just looking through the scope on the last grouping with the AR10, it definitely helped. And it might have been because I zoomed in the optic a little bit too, because I know that thing's capable of a much better group than what it gave. So this one was shooting a little low, so I might aim a little bit higher. I don't want to adjust the settings. I'm on the paper centered for the most part, so let's just leave it. And oh yeah, also for these, you don't load them like an AR. Oh my gosh. You don't load them like an AR with the mag, just kind of going straight in. As you can see, putting these in, you rock it in almost like an AK, except you got to put it in a bit further than rock it in. You see, put it in pretty far, as far as you can. When it stops, rock it in, and it's in place. So also your safety is here. It's this weird looking trigger guard style safety. I don't know if I like it very much because you're kind of fiddling around with the trigger area to put it on and off safe when it might be loaded. High stress situation, whatever, you might flick it off safe and fire around unintentionally. I don't know, that's just my thoughts on it. Let's go do some 3-shot groups, see what we can get. It's getting pretty windy. Alright, last round, bolt hold open, pretty cool. This thing's pretty fun to shoot. And I definitely feel like it's a bit more enjoyable to shoot than that. That's just the report I get from it as I shoot it. It is a lot more fun to shoot. Man, it is windy out here. The wind is kind of coming at a direct direction toward us, maybe a little bit at an angle to my left, but let's go check out these groups. Well, this is what we got. So AR10 definitely did improve. It could have been the mix of the ammo plus a better sight picture. That's maybe, I'd say a 2-inch, well, I guess from, yeah, about 2.5 inch group, much better than this group. So it definitely likes the Federal stuff better. And M1A, not so much. That also could be me. I'm not used to shooting irons, but that's not really an excuse. This one was a little bit worse. Honestly, that could just be me. I bet I'd do much better with an optic. So it's still hitting relatively where I need it to, but I feel like it's a little unpredictable with the iron sights to aim that kind of accurately at a black background that far away, or even further for that matter. So I am definitely glad I have scope on my AR10. So maybe I'm just garbage at shooting, I don't know. Maybe I'm just garbage at shooting that rifle. But the AR10 group did improve. So now over there is a steel orange target, and we're gonna hit that thing a couple times with both. Hopefully you can hear it through the camera, and then we'll wrap this thing up. So shooting the Federal Premiums was a bit better of a result, for the AR at least. Again, that could just be me shooting, and I'm not very good of a shot with irons. So really whenever I shoot iron sights, it's with a pistol. It's never usually a rifle. Let's try to hit that steel plate at 150 yards with both. And this is some Aguila 150 grain stuff. So I don't know if it'll be somewhat easier to shoot at because it's got some contrast, it's got some orange. Let's see what we got. Take these off. All right, let's see if we can hit that steel target. Oh my God, it's windy. Oh my goodness. Indiana. It's basically a tornado right now, but it's not. Okay. It died down a little bit. 150 yards. I think I hit it. Oh, I just went low. There it goes. So yeah, you could still hit like that target is maybe a bit bigger than like a head for that steel target. You can still hit that just fine. Here, I'll put a couple more through it with this just to show that it's doable. And definitely if you had a man-sized target, oh yeah, no problem. So let's get a couple more on there. Honestly, this has a really nice recoil impulse. It's fun to shoot. I still want one, even though I shoot much better with my AR10. I would definitely buy one. These are a little pricey. They can be had for a little under $2,000, about $1,800, $1,900, depending on where you get it. Sticker price, $1,800, $1,900. But these are super cool. The action, everything. You can mount a scope on it if you wanted to, but these things are battle machines for sure. Really nice wooden stock on it. Recoil impulse feels really good. You get the match version. Trigger's nice. Really cool rifle. If you have the money to shell out and you want one in your collection, I would definitely recommend it. Now we got this thing, and I even have color matching mags. Yeah, I painted my mags to match when I did this paint job. This is the only rifle I have that's somewhat camouflaged. So let's do 5 shots, same target. Let's see what it's all about. All right. Yeah, it's a little easier. I feel like this would be too if I had an optic. I'm just not that good with iron sights. I'm nothing special with iron sights by any means. But of course this is my AR10 and I shoot this thing more often than I do that. So it's a little bit biased. Either one though will work great for you. Now I will say, you'd probably get these for different reasons. It's a budget AR10. It's all Bear Creek, besides, you know, the stuff I threw in it. And this setup right here is less than $1,000, and it is a good AR10 setup. It's worked for me just fine, no issues. It's accurate when I have the right ammo, and I can shoot decent. And it's under $1,000. This almost double the price, but it's a different gun. Okay, it's just its own different machine. So you can go ahead and do what you want, whatever kind of gun you're wanting to get. That's really up to you. If you want a cool looking battle rifle that's been in a war and looks awesome, get that. And I would get one too. Honestly, I want to shell the money out and get one. So, but this is what I'm working with for now. Let me know in the comments what you would choose. Which one you like better, if you have any questions, or if you want me to go into maybe the build on this. But till then, I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. Make sure you're cleaning up all your brass too. Be nice to the range. And also, like I said, this isn't mine, that M1A. That is my stepdad's. Thank you very much for letting me borrow this for the video. Appreciate it. Y'all didn't think I was gonna end the video without a mag dump, right? Woo. Oh my God. Damn, that's a little rough. Holy shit.